This has been an absolutely horrible morning for Donald Trump. You have Trump Attorney General Pam Bondi testifying before the House Judiciary Committee. That hearing has gone off the rails. Pam Bondi's just ranting and raving and yelling, complete unhinged behavior. She refused to look at the survivors standing behind her. I'll go over what's going down there. We also learned how the Trump regime shut down the airspace over El Paso, Texas, and they shut it down for 10 days and then they reversed course and stopped the shutdown of the airspace. This is unprecedented. It's like never happened in like American history where the airspace over a major city just gets shut down, and they shut it down for a 10-day period. I won't bury the lead there. It turns out the Department of Defense got into a fight with the FAA. I learned that these laser tests were taking place above El Paso. They then shut it down, they got into a whole fight, then they reversed course. And then after abruptly shutting down the airspace, they reopened the airspace. We'll go into that as well on this video. And also it was interesting, you had some decent jobs numbers for the month of January, although when you look into the data, it says that they hadn't been able to really collect the data is inaccurate because of the weather. But to me, the bigger story is the downward revisions for 2025. This is a disaster, 1 million less jobs than originally reported by the Trump regime from the new downward revisions. And so 2025 was an absolute bloodbath for jobs. Remember, every time the Trump regime would tout a good report, oh, we've created 150,000 jobs this month. And there were some months that clearly were job losers those months. Well, there were 4 months now that we know where jobs were actually lost. Overall, almost no jobs were created in all of 2025. And that's why when I hear, oh, there were jobs created in January 2026, but these downward revisions have been so massive. 1 million less jobs were created than were originally reported last year. I know, call me a skeptic, but I ain't buying it because I know what the people are really experiencing out there. You know, Donald Trump this morning, though, is trying to change the topic. He doesn't want to talk about any of this. He started posting photos of himself and Mike Tyson and 50 Cent and Michael Jackson and Diddy. And he posted these photos to say that that shows that black people like him. I guess that's what he's trying to show by these photos in a video where he's saying, look, a black community likes me because he's posting photos of Michael Jackson, 50 Cent, Mike Tyson, and Diddy. Okay, well, that then brings us to the hearing of Pam Bondi, where she's just been like yelling the whole time. I'll just show you I'll do a longer video on Pam Bondi's hearing. But just to give you a sense of it, because it's just so utterly obnoxious and so vile, she refused to look at the survivors and the victims who were there. I showed that in the prior video I did on Jamie Raskin's opening statement. But here you have Congressmember Nad asking her a basic question.
How many of Epstein's co-conspirators have you indicted?
Ma'am, I understand your frustration, but this is not the forum for it, though.
Answer! So I really have just one question for you. How many of Epstein's co-conspirators have you indicted? How many perpetrators are you even investigating?
First, you showed it. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
your
you're going to answer the question the way I asked it.
Chairman Jordan, I'm not going to get in the gutter with these people, but I'm going to answer the question.
How many have you indicted?
Again, the time belongs to
Reclaiming my time.
The time belongs.
I think it's very interesting.
Reclaiming my time.
I think it's very interesting.
And you can reclaim your time.
He talks about they indicted. The president said they indicted him twice.
Mr. Chairman, please stop the clock and restore his time.
Okay, here we go with these theatrics.
The time belongs to the gentleman.
You have Congresswoman Joe Paul ask a very basic question like you see the survivors there. Can you turn around and apologize to them and acknowledge them? Watch what takes place.
To the survivors in the room, if you are willing, please stand. And if you are willing, please raise your hands if you have still not been able to meet with this Department of Justice. Please know for the record that every single survivor has raised their hand. Attorney General Bondi, you apologized to the survivors in your opening statement for what they went through at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice has put them through with the absolutely unacceptable release of the Epstein files and their information?
Congresswoman, you sat before Merrick Garland sat in this chair twice.
Attorney General Bondi,
no, can I finish my answer?
No, I'm going to reclaim my time because I asked you a specific question that I would like you to answer, which is, will you turn to the survivors? This is not about anybody that came before you. It is about you taking responsibility for your Department of Justice and the harm that it has done to the survivors who are standing right behind you and are waiting for you to turn to them and apologize for what your Department of Justice has done.
Members get to ask the questions, the witness gets to answer in the way they want to answer. The Attorney General can
that's
respond.
Not accurate, Mr. Chairman.
Because she doesn't like the answer. So,
Mr. Chairman,
Why?
I have asked
Didn't she ask Merrick Garland this?
I am reclaiming my time, and when I
will
reclaim my
continue to
time,
answer.
it is
Mr. Chairman, the gentlelady has
I'm
reclaimed her
not going
time.
to get in the gutter for her theatrics.
The time belongs to the gentlelady. The gentlelady has 17 seconds.
Thank you. You're not going to answer this question, so let me just
Chairman,
say
I'll
this.
direct it to
What
you.
a massive
No, I'm
cover-up.
answering a question.
Chairman, will you restore her time? The witness is
I'm not going to get
interrupting.
in the gutter with this woman.
Stop the
She's
time
doing
and
theatrics.
let me have my time.
The gentlelady from Washington controls the time. The gentlelady has 17 seconds. You can proceed with your final
Thank you.
17 seconds.
What a massive cover-up this has been and continues to be. Donald Trump made the release of the Epstein files the center of his political campaign because he thought it would benefit him. Then you got into office, Attorney General, claimed to have a client list, only
Regular
to
order.
then say that there was no list. Your deputy, Todd Blanche, met alone with Elaine Maxwell and transferred her to a minimum security prison. And now you continue the cover-up. And I wish that you would turn around to the survivors who are standing right behind you and on a human level,
Chairman,
Chair now recognizes the chair.
on what you have done.
Time of the gentlelady expired. The gentlelady, you have no time to yield back.
Theatrics.
We appreciate the thought.
You see the survivors there. Can you turn around and apologize to them and acknowledge them? Watch what takes place. I see them. I am truly sorry.
I mean, you can let her filibuster all day long, but not on our watch. Not on our time. No way. And I told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, I did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
Lawyer, not even a lawyer.
Committee will be in order.
Time, and I should get back at least 45 seconds.
We will give you a few more seconds. I said that already.
45 seconds.
Okay.
Let's face it, after a night with drinks, I don't bounce back the next day like I used to. I have to make a choice. I can either have a great night or a great next day. That is until I found pre-alcohol. Zimex Prenull Probiotic. It was the first Genetics scientist to tackle rough mornings after. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's a buildup of this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame. For rough days after drinking, pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember to make pre-alcohol your first drink of the night. Drink responsibly and you'll feel your best tomorrow. Every time I have pre-alcohol before drinks, I notice a difference the next day. Even after a night out, I can confidently plan on having a great next day without worrying. Ready to try it? Go to ZBuyItis now. You'll get 15% off your first order when you use Midas at checkout. Plus, it's backed by 100% money-back guarantee, so there's no risk. Subscriptions are also available for maximum consistency. Remember to head to ZBiotics.com Midas and use the code Midas at checkout for 15% off. And watch this exchange between Attorney General Pam Bondi and Democratic Congresswoman LaFrenne. Again, Pam Bondi's behavior. It's so unhinged. I would say it's so unbecoming of the office, but she's involved in a cover-up of a child sex trafficking ring. She's supporting pedos. So what hell do you expect from somebody like this?
Attorney General can respond.
I find it interesting that she keeps going after President Trump, the greatest president in American history. And if they could maintain their composure, this isn't a circus, this is a hearing. I find it interesting she keeps going after Donald Trump. She doesn't say how much money she took from Reid Hoffman, did you? And nor did
Mr.
she
Chairman,
post
regular
anything.
order, please.
She
Regular
posted
order.
nothing on her X account,
Gentlelady.
on her Twitter account during the Biden years.
Gentlelady.
Yet now,
there
all
was
of
no
a sudden,
question
she's
asked.
going after
Committee will be in order.
There was no
Committee will
question
be in
asked
order.
of the Attorney General. She doesn't just get to
Committee will be in order.
I have a point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Committee will be in order.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Gentlelady can state her point of order.
When a witness attacks,
Not a valid point of order. You got to state.
She hasn't completed her point of order yet. Please let her speak, Mr. Chairman. Let's have some regular order here.
Regular order is you got to state the rule. And she
I am
didn't do it.
trying to make a point of order that the witness,
And what rule are you referring to?
without responding to a question, has attacked me personally. I think it's pathetic that she can't answer the questions and
First
instead
time
is attacking
that is not even close
members
to a
of the
point of
committee.
order. The gentleman from Wisconsin is recognized.
More from Pam Bondi right here. And she's like, how do you hack the greatest president ever? I mean, these are the most pathetic people. Can we just talk about what are you doing, Bondi? You're covering up a child sex trafficking ring, okay? You've turned the Department of Justice into a RICO. This sex trafficking operation is essentially based on covering up for all these rich, powerful people. Here, view this clip.
The time is yours.
Thank you. First, he brought up the president saying they indicted me twice. They sure did. They tried to impeach him twice. And you, Mr. Nadler, were one of the leads on the impeachment. I was on the other side. I lived that with you. During impeachment, you said the president conspired, sought foreign interference in the 2016 election. Robert Mueller found no evidence, none, of foreign interference in 2016? Have you apologized to President Trump? Have you apologized to President Trump, all of you who participated in those impeachment hearings against Donald Trump?